Hello, welcome. I'm Tauni at Yoga 413, and today's Power Yoga Flow is going to be a strong practice. It's going to emphasize core strength as well as improving your flexibility. I'll be sure and give several modifications throughout the class, so it's really important that you listen to your body and make the choices that work best for you today. So we're going to begin in a child's pose. So big toes touching, knees wide, lower to the mat.
Softly close the eyes and let's take these first few moments of class to free our mind of any distractions and begin to take some nice long, deep breaths. Reminding ourselves at this time on our mat that we've carved out for ourselves is not selfish. It is necessary for a healthy mind, body, and spirit. Take a deep breath in and move into extended child's pose, reaching your arms forward and then walk them over to the right side. And maybe shift your hips over to the left to deepen that stretch all down the side body, through the ribs, the back. And then walking them through center and over to the other side. Continuing to press into the hands. And then back to center. Take a nice deep breath in through the belly. Exhale it out. And then rise up into a tabletop. Bringing those knees right under the hips. We're going to extend the right leg back, toes down into the mat, and start to shift the weight forward and back. Now shift that weight back, find that stretch, continue to press back through that heel. And then switching sides. Left leg extends back, start to rock back and forward. And hold it back. Bring the knee in. We're going to turn both toes of both feet down into the mat. Drop your hips back onto your heels. Make some fists and start to roll out your wrist. Switching direction. Rise up. We're going to release the feet. Tops of the feet are going to drop down into the mat. Hands at your low back, a gentle back bend, a gentle camel pose. So don't worry about going too deep here. Your hands are there for support. Take the eyes up. Draw the elbows in towards the center of the back. And then come back into that tabletop position. Tuck the toes, hover the knees off the mat, press, breathe, and lower those knees. Again, breathe it in as you exhale, lift those knees, hover, and release. Last time, breathe in, exhale, lift. Beautiful, step the feet back, downward facing dog. Pedaling out your feet if you wish. Any movement here that feels good in your body. Just explore. Then moving into your downward facing dog, we're going to do some spine rolls. So lift the heels, roll that spine forward into a high plank, and then lift the hips back up by squeezing the abs and release the heels. Let's do that 2 more times. Lift and roll, high plank, and back. Last one, lift, roll forward to that high plank, knees come to the mat, Start to bend the elbows, lower all the way down. Hands are right by the chest. Lift into cobra. Chest back to the mat. Extend the right arm straight out from the shoulder, palm down. Bend the left knee and start to roll over to that right side. And releasing, switching sides, that left arm out, palm down, bend that right knee, roll it over. Maybe that toe touches, maybe it doesn't. Just move within a safe range of motion. You just feel a nice opening here in the chest and the shoulder. Coming back, hands by chest, knees down, supported plank. So press up this supported plank, knowing this is always an option for you. Lift up into downward facing dog. We're going to do one more set of those spine rolls. I want you to lift the heels, roll forward to that high plank, but this time bend both knees. See if you can hover the mat. Lift it back up and downward facing dog. Again, roll it forward to that high plank. Bend both knees, hover or maybe tap, and straighten and back up. Last time. So those core muscles nice and firm. Down dog. Then walk the hands backwards to a fold and pedal out your feet. Again, movement that might feel good here. Then plant your heels, bend your right knee, take the left arm up, standing twist. So you're working here to straighten that left leg as much as possible, deepening the stretch through the back of the leg and the hip. Bring it down and switch sides. Deeply bend the left, right leg straightens, right arm up. Forward fold. Walk it out to a high plank. It's our last high plank we're going to be doing for a while. And from here, right knee touches right elbow, step it back, then left. Let's fire it up. Switch, switch, switch. Good, keep going. So you might be choosing to hold, you might be choosing that supported option. Again, honor what you need today. One more each side. Beautiful downward facing dog. Looking forward, step to the top of your mat. Half lift, flatten your back. Forward fold. Inhale, rising up, high mountain pose. Cactus your arms, open your chest, back bend. Open up, high mountain. Forward fold. Long spine, lengthen your back. Exhale and fold. Stepping back to that high plank. Remember, you can always go supported. Shift forward, exhale to chaturanga, or maybe to the mat. Flip the feet over, up dog, or cobra, downward facing dog. Take 3 deep breaths here. One more breath. As you inhale, look forward and lengthen your spine. Forward fold. Inhale, rising up, high mountain. Exhale, open the chest, cactus your arms. High mountain. Forward fold. Lengthen your back. Forward fold. Stepping back, high plank. Shifting forward, chaturanga, elbows in. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Connect to your breath. One more time through, looking forward, step to the top of your mat, lengthen your spine. Forward fold. Inhale, rise up, high mountain. Cactus your arms, squeeze the muscles in the back. High mountain. Forward fold. Lengthen the spine. And fold. Stepping back, high plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Looking forward, step to the top of your mat. Lengthen the spine. Maybe it's that half lift. Forward fold. Inhale, rise. We're going to add on. Cactus your arms. Rise up, press the palms together, bend your knees, hands to heart, chair pose. Let's pause here in chair. Back straight, really core focused here. Abs are in. Weight is slightly shifted back to the heels. Inhale, rising up. Forward fold. Lengthen. Hands to the mat, lower to chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Lifting the right leg for one leg dog. Step the right foot between the hands. The back knee will lower to the mat. Rise up. Kneeling lunge. Guide your hips forward and down. Arms overhead. Bringing the hands down, step back to down dog. Lifting the left leg, one leg dog. Left foot forward, right knee to the mat. Kneeling lunge. Find that stretch, knee over ankle. You want to be sure that forward heel is down. Hands to the mat, downward facing dog. Choose to stay or flow through that half series. Looking forward, step to the top of the mat. Lengthen your back. Forward fold. Inhale, high mountain, arms up. Cactus your arms, back bend. Inhale up, palms pressed together. Chair, hands to heart center. High mountain, rise up. Forward fold. Lengthen. Step back, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Down dog. One leg dog, right leg lifts. Right foot forward. This time the back knee will stay up. Rise up into high lunge. Hands to the mat, downward facing dog. Lifting the left leg. Left foot steps forward, high lunge. Take that breath in. Exhale it out. Take the hands to the mat, downward facing dog. Optional half series flow. Again, honor what you need today. So strong practice. Breathe. You can always take a child's pose. Lift the right leg, hips stay square. Step that right foot forward, back knee to the mat. We're gonna make a change. I want you to see if you can keep the toes down into the mat. You're gonna feel a deeper stretch here into that quadricep and hip flexor. At least most of us will. Hold this pose. Hands down to either side of the foot, one leg dog. Right leg kicks up. Bend that knee, open up your hip. Shoulders are square. Extend the leg up high, step that foot forward, triangle pose, so straighten the legs, open to the side. Rise up, bend that right knee, humble warrior, reverse warrior. Circle the hands back to the mat. Step back to downward facing dog. Lifting the left leg, one leg dog, hips square. Step that foot forward, back knee to the mat with the toes down. Reach your arms up and hips drop forward. Hands to the mat, one leg dog, left leg kicks up, bend that knee, open up the hip. Extending the legs, step it forward, triangle pose, so open to the side. Legs are straight, chest open, back heel down. Reverse warrior. Left knee bends, lightly touch that back leg, open up all through this left side body. Circle to the mat, step back to high plank, vinyasa flow through the half series. Remember your supported options, knees are down if you wish, or take it out completely. Lifting that right leg, one leg dog. High plank, tap the knee to the elbow. Lift it back up. Step that foot forward. Back knee down, toes down into the mat. Open up into this kneeling lunge. Hands down, one leg dog. Open up that hip, or some of you might choose to flip it all the way over into wild thing. Press your hips up. One leg dog. Stepping that foot forward, triangle pose. Straighten the legs, open to the side. Taking the left arm behind you for a half bind. This is an option. One more option I'm going to throw at you is to extend the right arm forward. Use your core. Reverse warrior. See if you can keep that half bind. So just the right arm reaches up. Extending both arms, circle to the mat, step back to down dog. Take a moment here, you might notice difference between right and left sides. Let's try that on the other side. So lifting the left leg, high plank, knee taps the elbow, lift up, step forward, kneeling lunge with the toes down into the mat. Hands down, one leg dog, open up that hip by bending the knee. Make the choice to stay or flip it on over to wild thing, pressing your hips up. Eyes come back to the mat, one leg dog. Stepping forward, triangle pose. Find alignment first, then right arm behind the back, adding your bind. And maybe extending that left arm forward. Breathe. Reverse warrior with that half bind. Extending the arms, circle to the mat, stepping back, down dog or flow. Meet me in down dog, breathe. So we're going to do this series one more time. We're going to add on a balancing posture, lifting that right leg. High plank, knee taps elbow. One leg dog. Step forward, back knee down, kneeling lunge. Hands to the mat. One leg dog, open up that hip or flip it over. Wild thing, breathe it in, breathe it out. Eyes to the mat, one leg dog. Step it forward, triangle pose. Option here to bind and extend the arm. Reverse warrior with bind. Warrior 2, extend those arms out. Moving into balancing half moon. So you're going to extend, lean forward, line up your thumb in front of the pinky toe. Block here is a great option. Find balancing half moon. So oftentimes when people are struggling, it's because their hand is too close to their foot. You want to keep the spine nice and long. Choose to stay, or sugarcane pose if you want to bend that knee, placing the foot into the hand, just an option. Take the hands down, extend the leg. Meet me in a forward fold. Maybe shake it out if you need to. Lengthen and fold. Inhale, rise up, high mountain. Cactus those arms. High mountain. Prayer hands, sit back into chair. High mountain, reach it up. Forward fold. Half lift. Step back, lower to chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Last time through. One leg dog with the left. High plank, knee tap. One leg dog. Step it forward, back knee down, kneeling lunge. Hands to the mat. One leg dog, open up that hip, bend that knee, or flip into wild thing. One leg dog. Foot forward, triangle pose. Option to bind and extend the left arm. Reverse warrior. Warrior 2. Set up. Balancing half moon, lean forward. Find your pose. Sugarcane is an option. One more breath. Wherever you're at, hands to the mat. Meet me back in a forward fold. Inhale, rise. Cactus the arms. Lift. Palms at prayer at your hearts as you sit down into chair pose. We hold chair. Reach your arms forward. Lift your heels off the mat. Balancing chair. For 5, you've got it. 4, 3, 2, forward fold. Beautiful job. Step back, high plank, Beautiful, knees down. Walk it back into a kneeling position, your hips on your heels. How you doing? I say you're doing beautifully. Stick with me. We're going to do a little bit more work here on the floor. I want you to lift up like when we started in the warm-up. Tuck your toes down into the mat. Sit back. All right, hands on heels. And your knees are hip distance apart. I want you to lift your hips and extend the right arm up for half camel. Press your hips forward. Bring it back down. Switch sides. Left arm reaches up. Come down. Now full camel pose, or just flow one more time each side, you choose. Careful, we're not holding our breath. And come up, child's pose. So with that flow, it's just an easier way to get into it or to keep moving. Again, you're making the choice that works best for you. And maybe the choice is to keep your hands at the low back. We're going to do that one more time. So tuck the toes under, hips to heels. And this time we'll just start with the left arm reaching up. So hands to heels. When you're ready, lift up. Take the left arm up, hips press forward. Bring it down. Switch sides, right arm up. And then choose to flow through each side again, or both hands to heels, hips press forward, camel pose. And then when you're done, take a child's pose. Rest, breathe. We're going to move into a side plank. So we're going to begin with shoulders over elbows and wrists. Step back. Bring your feet together. We're going to roll to our right side into a side plank. So supported option here is just to simply take that bottom knee to the mat. Come down and switch sides. We're working on strength and endurance, especially obviously this core strength, but this requires your whole body. Squeeze. Good, bring it down. We're gonna switch sides again. I'm gonna give you one more option, supported, leg extended, or maybe a tree pose option. And hold for 5, 4. Other side. You're doing beautifully. Take your time, find your pose. Once you're there, breathe, hold it for 5. And release, child's pose. Beautiful. Coming forward, you're going to flip it over and have a seat on your mat. We're going to do high to low boat 10 times, so find your sits bones. Hands on your thighs to begin, nice straight back. Lift the toes. So when we do this, the hands behind you for support is an option. Go ahead and release the hands, keep them reaching forward. Lower to low boat. So your low back connects to the mat. Breathe, lift it back up. Let's do that 10 times. Breathe in, breathe out. You got it, I'm counting. Give me 2 more. 2. Hold low boat, hold it, hold it, hold it. And knees to chest. Placing the feet on the floor Ankles over knees. Lift into a bridge pose. So you're going to press your hips up, walk those shoulders together. Option here is to bind the hands. Release. Knees bent, right over the hips. Interlace the hands behind the head. Lift your shoulders up off the mat. Take the right elbow to the left knee as the right leg extends. Come back to center. Exhale, twist to the other side. Come back to center. Slow yogi bicycle. Twist, center, twist, center. Two more. And feet to the mat. Extend the right leg up, one leg bridge. Press the hips up and hold. You can still add your bind. Keep the hips lifted, switch sides. Release, knees to chest. Extend the legs up. Extend the arms by your sides and lift your shoulders up off the mat. It's really important here. The belly's pressing down, low back connected to the mat. Breathe in, lower the legs any amount. Breathe out and lift. Continue. Move with your breath. Two more. And release. One more bridge pose, or if you want to do wheel for your back bend, you are welcome to do so. So press into your bridge, hold it, or make the choice that works best for you today. Coming out of your pose, knees to chest. Start to rock forward and back. And then come up to have a seat. Extend that right leg. Bring the left knee in. Sit up tall. You're going to flex the foot of that right leg. Left arm reaches up, come to the inside of that thigh, stay here, or thumb down, add your bind. So if you can't bind your hands just yet, work with a towel or a yoga strap to help you. And we're going to start to hold these a little bit longer now, deeper stretch. And switching sides, shake it out. And I will tell you that one side is typically more flexible than the other. Typically your side, like for me, bring that right knee in. This right shoulder, it's stronger, but then it's not as flexible. That's what I have found. Reach it up, right arm, come forward. So what I found throughout my years of practice, stay or bind, this side took me a lot longer to get to where I could bind, and it still is more challenging for me. But what I would always use is a towel.
And then I'd hold that, and slowly I would just start to walk my hands together. And over time, they got to using that towel where I could like touch my thumbs. And it grew from there. So I just say, always stick with it. It's not gonna happen overnight, but it will happen with a consistent practice. You'll always see improvement with consistency. It just might take a while. And release that, extend the legs out. We're gonna do a butterfly stretch. So bend the knees, feet together, knees wide. Take a moment, shake it out. Then when you're ready, lean it forward. Again, any amount, try to relax your knees down closer to your mat. Sitting up. So we've done all of this folding forward, so let's counter that with inclined tabletop. Hands underneath the shoulders, fingers facing your feet, press the hips up. And hips come to the mat, lower down. Happy baby. Grabbing behind the thighs, or peace fingers around the toes, thumbs on top. So we are going to finish up with an inversion, and I'm going to bring you into waterfall pose, hands at your sides. You are always welcome to stay right here in waterfall. The option I'm going to give today is shoulder stand. If that is in your practice, just be mindful you don't want to do shoulder stand if there are any issues with your neck, or if you have maybe some blood pressure that's unregulated, then just stay right here. Otherwise, let me get my ponytail out of the way. You're going to bend your knees, roll the hips over the shoulders. And slowly, with control, whatever pose you're in, come down. Take the feet to the edges of your mat, arms into that goalpost, start to alternate, dropping your knees to the right and left sides. Extend both legs out, pull that right knee into the chest and down. Straighten that leg up, moving into a straight leg twist. Coming back onto your back and switching sides. Begin by just holding that knee down just to the outer part of that chest. Pull.
And then extending the leg, straight leg twist. Obviously, you can always keep it bent as well. Just by straightening that leg, you feel more of it into this outer part of the hip and all down your IT band. Coming back onto your back, extending the legs. You've worked hard, so let's get this benefit of a relaxing Savasana. Extending your legs. Allow the feet to just drop away from each other. Arms are at your sides with the palms up. Closing your eyes. Finding stillness in both your body and in your mind. Beginning to awaken the body with some deep breaths. And reaching the arms over the head, extend the legs, point the toes, a full body stretch. Then bringing the knees into the chest, massage your back with some circles. And then the other way. Then dropping your knees to your side, rolling to your side into a resting fetal position. Setting your intention for the rest of your day or your evening. Grateful for this time that you took on your mat. Then when you're ready, helping yourself up to have a seat. You did beautifully. Let's take a breath in, bringing the hands to prayer at your heart center. From my heart to yours, namaste. Thank you so much and have a blessed day.